Hey everyone, thanks for joining. It's 4:45 a.m., which is far too early, but I need to get a good jump to head out. I'm going to drive to the airport and then fly to Chicago, have a brief layover, and then finally end up in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, where I'm going to attend the Bridgestone Winter Driving School, which basically is going to be a lot of fun driving cars in the snow, which I love to do. So I need to get ready and hit the roads. So come along for the ride. Okay, it's day two. I apologize for the lighting, but it's pretty early in the morning. We're going to go down to a brief product demonstration and technical talk, and then we're going to head out to the hill. You may hear the snowcats behind me are grooming the hill. That's not the hill we're going to go on. We're going to a different mountain, but we are going to be driving on the side of a mountain in the snow using a variety of Toyota products, I was told. So Camrys, RAV4s, 4Runners, all equipped, of course, with different Bridgestone tires. We're going to do everything from hardcore winter tires to performance winter, and I think we're going to do a little all season, and there might be some competitors side to side. So I need to head down to breakfast and the presentation, and then off we go. We started our day here at the Bridgestone Driving Academy by testing some Toyota RAV4s in brake tests by using ABS on and ABS off. It's to show you exactly how much better ABS helps you stop, as well as how to learn to do sort of the modulating braking when there's no ABS. Now, every car today has ABS, but it's good to feel the car control when you don't have the computer doing it for you. Then after that, we went over to the skid pad with some Toyota 4Runners, and there we were practicing entering and exiting elevation and different conditions. So there was ice on the bottom, snow on top. The goal was to see how we could get it to oversteer and understeer in control by using the throttle and the steering and trying to keep off the brakes. Although conditions are a little icier than maybe we wanted, it was really good learning the control because when you're coming down the hill, the vehicle just wanted to slide right out, and the less speed and the less steering and the more precise and calm you were, the better you would get through the corner. Get too aggressive with the steering, brake, or throttle, and you're either going to spin out or end up in the snowbank. As much as this is a driving academy for people to either learn new techniques, improve their techniques, or learn advanced techniques, we're also here to see how the Bridgestone tires work. Now, like I said, in the morning, we use Blizzaks for the 4Runner and the RAV4. And the tires work exactly how you're expecting. And what's nice about them is they provide so much grip in the snow and ice that you can really feel when you have the grip and when you've completely lost it because you've over pushed the limits of physics and you start to slide. Some other winter tires, you can't feel the difference. This one, it's like there's definite grip, and then suddenly there's nothing, and you can use all the inputs to modulate it. Of course, we're using Blizzak for this comparison for both the RAV4s and the 4Runners. And then after we're all done those two challenges, we got to go on the full 11-turn course and do some lapping. First, I got to drive the 4Runner, and then I got to drive the RAV4. As you can see, they're ripping by behind me as other people are taking their turns, and in a second, I'm gonna get back in and take the RAV4 for some laps. Then we'll have lunch, and in the afternoon, we'll be back to do some direct comparisons, and we'll have more on it then. All right, so lunch is over, and it's time for the afternoon activities, and now we're gonna do some comparisons. So with the 4Runners, we're gonna compare the Blizzak against the Hakkapeliitta. And with the cam race that you haven't seen yet, we're gonna do the Bridgestone all-weather WeatherPeak tire against the Michelin Cross Climate. Now these aren't full winter tires, these are the tires that claim to be able to handle all 4 seasons. So we'll see how they do as well. As you can probably hear, the wind has really picked up, and we just got out of the Camrys and we're about to drive the 4Runners. So in the Camry, the biggest difference we found between the WeatherPeak and the Cross Climates were the Michelin Cross Climates weren't as assured under braking. They were more prone to getting caught in sort of the ruts in the snow and try to pull either the front or the back of the car back and forth. As far as acceleration and cornering, they were pretty similar, but again, the Michelins were prone to break traction quicker. We just finished the comparison with the 4Runners using the Hakkapeliitta and the Blizzak, and they're very similar, but I would say the Hakkapeliitta is a little more prone to let the back end just kind of slide out a bit when you're hitting that sweet spot mid-corner when the weight transfers and the vehicle's ready to rotate. Under braking too, it allowed the vehicle to get just a little more sideways. They're both very good. The biggest difference is purely subjective, where I felt more confident and more reassured with the Blizzak. Now that could be because I'm here on a Blizzak program, that could be because I've driven that tire so much today, but having the confidence in your tire is nearly as important as having a good tire, because it allows you to drive with more confidence and more comfortably, knowing that you know the vehicle and tires limits and you can drive within them. All right, so for our last test in these very windy conditions, we're gonna do something completely different. We're gonna use Camrys again, but now we are using all-season performance tires. It's the Bridgestone Potenza against the Continental Extreme Contact. We're gonna head out back on the track and see how they grip and brake and turn and accelerate and all that good stuff. Again, I apologize for the wind. The weather completely changed. It was a sunny, perfectly clear day earlier, and now it's getting very windy. As you can see behind me, a storm's about to come, so we're gonna try to wrap this up. Now, with the Camry running on the high-performance all-season tires, I saw the biggest difference I have all day. The Potenzas are surprisingly good in the snow. They aren't too far off the WeatherPeak in terms of the braking grip and the cornering. Acceleration, yeah, it's easier to spin the tires, but it gave me way more confidence than I was expecting. The Extreme Contact took much longer to brake under panic braking. The grip while cornering at slow to moderate speeds wasn't really there. It just feels like what an all-season tire has always felt to me my whole life. So this school does teach people either how to drive in the snow for the first time or how to get better and better with it. And by using the Bridgestone products, I'm sure a lot leave behind the different products. I mean, they did a really good job showing how the Potenza is good for someone who lives in an area where maybe it snows once a year. The all-weather WeatherPeak are good for places where you might get a couple dustings, and then obviously the Blizzaks for a place like this. Now, when it came to competitors, did I know a big difference? When it came to the Hakkapeliitta and the Cross Climate, not really, but those are also really good tires, just like these are. It's not like these are the best tires ever, but they're really good at what they do, and those all seasons maybe are the best in the snow for in the performance category. But you can't go wrong with these tires, and again, having a school like this is just a nice way to demonstrate your tires and help educate people on winter driving. So I hope you enjoyed this video of the Bridgestone Winter Driving School. Anyone can sign up, just go online and look for it. I had a good time, I'm sure you would too. And until next time, I'm Mike from AutoGuide, see ya.